Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Stella on DearStellaTV. Today I want to talk about women living in loveless marriages. Because I read Genesis. If you watch my channel a lot, you know that I bring a lot of stories from Genesis. So it's about Leah, who was the older sister of Rachel. Jacob, when he left his father's place after he usurped his older brother Esau's birthright, and in collaboration with his mom, Rebecca, the mother posted him because his senior brother wanted to kill him, Esau. So the mom sent him to her father's place to go and look for a wife. And that's how Jacob traveled all the way from Canaan land back to Haran, where they used to live. And when he got there, he asked God, that he went to the Laban. Laban is the older brother of his mother, so his uncle. And then, but the first person he met at the well, who was Rachel, and he just liked her because she gave him water to drink. If you've listened to my previous videos, the same thing. It's like a pattern. That kindness that single ladies show to men in their moment of need, in their hour of need. Sometimes it's a door that opens for you to find the husband of your dreams. You understand? So Rachel had favor. Jacob had favor in Rachel's eyes. Rachel didn't know him. He gave drink, and they found out that it's Laban. Jacob found out that is the uncle's granddaughter, right? So, and eventually he offered to be of service. The mother, Rebecca, had told him to travel for a month, but he offered to be of service. That's how much he just admired and just fell in love. I will call it an instant love between the feelings Jacob had for Rachel, but it was pure. He said, he told the grandfather Laban, he said, look, that is Jacob's uncle, that I will work for 7 years to be able to marry her. The man agreed. But Rachel had a senior sister. Guess what? When the 7 years was done, he was the shepherd taking care of the man's flock, everything. And because of Jacob, the Lord blessed Laban. Guess what he did? The gentleman's agreement went flying. He didn't do it. Instead, he deceived Jacob on the night that he's supposed to marry, and sleep with his wife. He switched them. He put the senior sister, Leah. The Bible tells us that, she's not as pretty as Rachel. And the truth is, Jacob fell in love with Rachel the minute he saw. His heart was on Rachel. He loved her. But the father deceived it and ruined. And it happens in a lot of marriages where your husband, the man you married, is actually in love with somebody else. So Leah married Jacob. And then the father now said, he told Jacob that you have to work again another 7 years to marry my younger daughter. That in our culture, the senior daughter does not marry before the junior daughter. But he didn't say that in the beginning, so he deceived the boy. Now, there are a lot of people in marriages where the man is married to a woman, the wife, but he's in love with another woman. Jacob was in love with the younger sister, Rachel. But marriage did not change it. So Leah was stuck in a loveless marriage. Jacob always, he just loved his wife. He loved the younger one because that's the one he wanted. But because of the love for Rachel, he worked 14 years for this man. In fact, eventually he stayed 20 years. But at least he worked another 7 years and married her. So I'm just saying that there are some of you are in competition with either your younger sister or your older sister, or as a wife, or you are in competition with the other woman, maybe his ex-girlfriend, that maybe they were already dating and you just came, slid into his life, and you married him, and you thought you had won, only for you to realize now that although you married the man, you have his ring, you don't have his heart. There are lots of people in loveless marriages like that. What did Leah do? Leah stayed. She stayed. She didn't leave him, even though even when Rachel was barren, Jacob still loved her like that. And eventually she gave birth to Joseph and Benjamin. So I just want to I came here to actually encourage you, if you are in a loveless marriage, not to leave your husband. Just continue to pray and hope and pray. And if you are single, be careful. The man you marry, don't go and say, I want to just compete with another woman, slide her out of the way. You have to be sure that his heart is yours. To be in a marriage where the heart is not yours, it is painful, it is traumatic. You live with the pain every single day. You begin to look at yourself and say, was it worth it? Even when you have children, even when Leah had children, Jacob was still in love with the younger one. So I pray. The Bible is very clear in First Corinthians 7:10-11 that a woman, don't leave your husband. And a man should not divorce the wife. Even if you are in a marriage where the man is not a Christian, you are a Christian, you stay. You are sanctified. Your husband, the unbeliever, is sanctified by the believer. So, and men, love your wives, please, as Christ loved the church. It's not preached enough. I pray that it will be so in Jesus' name. May your marriage be blessed. Guys, my new book will be out by the grace of God on July 29th. Okay? Like, share, subscribe.